students, welcome back to the online classes. I hope you all are safe and sound at home. Today we are going to start with a very new chapter, that is chapter 7, exponents. I know most of you have already familiar with this chapter. So let us revise this chapter again. The first topic over here is exponential form. What is exponential form? When a number is multiplied by itself several times, we express such multiplication in a special form that is called exponential form. Over here I have taken an example that 2 is multiplied 5 times over here, or it can be written as 2 to the power 5. So if it is written in the form of 2 to the power 5, this form is called exponential form. Or you can easily say that after multiplying 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16, 16 to the 32. So easily you can write 32. But if you have to write in exponential form, you have to write in the form of a power, that is 2 to the power 5. That is exponential form. Let us take one more example. If I have written 4 into 4 into 4, and if I have to write it in exponential form, so simply I can write it 4 to the power 3. Or if you have to find out the product, you are going to write 4 4 16, 16 4 is 64. This is exponential form and this is a product form. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let us move to another topic, that is base and power or exponents. Now over here I have taken an example of 6 to the power 4. So over here 6 is a base and 4 is exponent or power. I hope this much is clear to everyone. Let us continue with another topic, that is powers of negative integers. Over here there are certain general rules that we have to follow. The first is a positive integer raised to an odd or even positive power is always positive. If you are going to see this rule, easily you can find out what will be the answer, whether the answer will be negative or positive. Over here, if I am taking a positive integer, the base is positive, or the power is odd. You know what are odd numbers? Numbers which are not divisible by 2. So 1 is not divisible by 2. So first I am going to take the example of odd power numbers. Over here if I have taken 1, so 4 to the power 1 means 4 into 1. So answer what you are going to get is positive. Now the second is even positive power. Suppose if I have taken a positive integer as 5, this is a base, and if I have taken a power as odd number which is completely divisible by 2. So over here I have taken 5 to the power 2. If I am going to multiply 5 into 5, what will be the answer? 25. So you can see that in both the cases the answer is coming positive. Next is a negative integer raised to an odd positive power is negative. Now over here I have taken an example of minus 2. The negative integer to the whole power 3 is equal to minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2. So what will be the answer? 2 2s are 4 into minus 2 is equal to minus 8. Let us see another example, that is minus 6 to the power 3. So over here minus 6 is multiplied 3 times, that is minus minus makes plus. So 6 6 are 36 into minus 6, that is minus 216. I hope these two topics are clear to everyone. Let us move to another topic, that is a negative integer raised to an even positive power is positive. If I am taking a negative integer as a base and the power is even positive number, what will be the answer? Over here minus 3 is multiplied 2 times. So minus minus makes plus. So 3 3s are 9. So the answer that we are getting is positive integer or positive number. Let us see another example. Minus 5 to the whole power 4. Over here the base that we have taken is negative and the power that I have taken is positive. So if I am going to multiply minus 5 4 times, it will be minus minus plus, 5 5 is 25 into minus minus plus, 5 5 is 25. So the product of 25 into 25 is equal to 625. I hope all the three rules or topics that I have explained is clear to everyone. Let us move to another topic, that is perfect square and cubes. So first I am going to explain you what is perfect square. A perfect square is the product of an integer with itself. Now if I have to find out or see whether 4, 16, 25 and 36 are perfect square or not. So first of all I will see fourth. If I have to find out whether 4 is a perfect square of the given integer, what we are going to do, we are going to find out the prime factor of 4, that is 2 into 2, or it can be written as 2 to the power 2, or it can be written as 2. So easily I can say that 4 is a perfect square of 2. Similarly, if I am going to write 16 and if I have to find out whether 16 is a perfect square of the given integer, I will write 4 into 4. I am going to find out the prime factor of 16, that is 4 into 4, or it can be written as 4 to the power 2, or it can be written as 4. So I can say that 16 is a perfect square of 4. Similarly, 25 can be written as 5 into 5 or 5 to the power 2. So we can say that 25 is the perfect square of 5. In the same way, 36 can be written as 6 into 6, that is 6 to the power 2, or it can be written as 6. So we can say that 36 is a perfect square of 6. I hope all the 4 examples are clear to everyone. Let us move to another topic, that is perfect cube. What is a perfect cube? A perfect cube is the product obtained by multiplying an integer 3 times by itself. Let us see with the help of an example. Find whether 8, 27 and 64 is a perfect cube or not. If I have to find out whether 8 is a perfect cube of a given number, first of all I am going to find out the prime factors of 8, that is 2 into 2 into 2. It can be written as 2 to the power 3. So I can say that 8 is a perfect cube of 2. Similarly, 27 can be written as 3 into 3 into 3, or it can be written as 3 to the power 3. So the answer is 3. So I can say that 27 is the perfect cube of 3. Similarly, 64 can be written as 4 into 4 into 4, or it can be written as 4 to the power 3, that is 4. So we can say that 64 is a perfect cube of 4. I hope all the topics that I have explained you is clear to everyone. Along with this video, I am going to send you my lesson plan. So your duty is to complete your work in your classwork copy. Till then, be safe and goodbye.